Hey friends, I still have to get the camera angle straightened back out, so sorry. Give me just a second, okay? Oh boy, and I'll get it darker. I know it's too bright. I know it's way too bright, but at the immediate moment, just trying to get this thing up. Haha, he can't get it up. Very funny. Very, very funny. Tee-hee. Get all these tripod legs out. They're twist locks, so they take a little work, but it's worth it. There we go. That is a much better height, I would say. Is it just me, or is everything very bright? I think everything's very bright, don't you? Well, yes, it's bright. Look at how bright it is. Oh, that's why it's so damn bright. Okay, hold on. Dial this in just a little bit. There we go. That's good. Hi. You know what? Screw that. I'm just going to crank this down. This laptop is very purple, and that's part of the problem. It's so purple. How purple is it? It's so purple that it doesn't want to be seen on stream. So, what are you going to do? Sorry, I actually ended up having to go out to the grocery store, and as you can see, it went very well. So, there we go. We're just going to have to be a little brighter than that. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Enough goofing off. Let's get this going. Let's see if anybody has come by and visited me yet. 3 whole people. That's more whole people than I expected. Huh. It's funny that Once Again is here. Speak up. Hard of hearing. Here, I pulled the microphone closer. Can you hear me better? Please let me know. It takes, as a reminder, about 20 to 30 seconds between when I say something and you hear it. And it comes back. Oh, my voice probably changed. That's better. I am much better now. Thank you for putting up with me. So let's get this process started. Good. Okay. The microphone is much closer. All right. I guess I should explain what's going on. This packing tape is hiding a problem with this Lenovo. This Lenovo's probably seen better days, and this packing tape is holding this hinge area together. Now, it was pretty smart of them to put packing tape around it. Most people just let it disintegrate. So they may have helped me by doing this, but this whole hinge area is falling apart and prying open. Yep, you can probably even see it from up there, but it's not great. It's not great at all. Ooh, that brightness that I turned down, I probably need to turn it back up. Okay. Let's record this stream this time. I messed up, and I didn't record the last time, so the recording just started. Love it. All right. I don't feel like I need to explain why this is not a good thing. If you need help understanding why that big old gap right there is a bad thing, well, then you just need help. Or just to watch my other videos where I've actually done several hinge repairs. Seems like there's some grit here from previous work. Let's get it out of the way. Okay. You know the usual. Screws out. That's what I need. I need to do some merch. I need to make some apparel. I need a shirt that has a picture of, like, a drawing of the bottom of a laptop with a bunch of screws coming out, and it just says screws out, period. I don't know that anybody would actually buy that shirt. That seemed kind of stupid, but it would amuse me greatly if it was an option that existed on the internet for purchase. So there you go. Did it fall off a unicorn? I gotta be honest, considering we just worked on that red HP earlier today. Yeah. By the way, one of these days, I'll get around to lighting this whole setup better. Right now, I really only have one big light set up here. I have this side light. I don't know how much good it does. Well, now you know. But there's limited space. I don't feel like setting up two panels. I also don't have anywhere to hang a second panel. This one up there is being held by a clamp on the crossbar of something on my shelving unit. There is no such thing on this wall, so I'd have to gouge something into the wall to deal with that. CD drive out, no screws there. Okay, well, we probably can pry this open. Oh, that came right up. Okay, that's not great. That's not great, but there we go. And I'm going to be honest, okay? I complain a lot on this channel, but I am not complaining about how easy it is to get access to everything in a computer these days just by popping off this back panel. 12 screws, a little bit of popping, and you're good to go. I mean, that's a beautiful thing. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Check this out. Look at this. Look at this. My God. Look at this. Look at this. What is this? What is this? What do you think that is? I'll tell you what I think that is. I think that is a heat pipe to a big old plate of metal. There is no fan. This computer has no fan at all. There is no CPU fan for me to screw up. Look, the electronics aren't even there to put one in. This is cheap. This is definitely cheap. That doesn't mean it's bad. It just means it's cheap. A Wi-Fi card there. And no fan. I can't get over this, man. I can't get over this. Oh. Oh, boy. That's fun. Okay. Hiding under this convincing little brick here. What do we have? We have a memory stick, and there's... I'm looking... No, I don't think there are two slots. I think that's one single slot. It's just really tall for some weird reason. Although, it looks like there could be a second slot. But no, there's not. It's just a weird tall slot for some reason that I don't fully understand. Whatever. I don't care. Alright. This needs to go back. I hate putting these back. But you can very safely assume that if these exist in a computer, they exist there for a reason. And they should go back. It's probably just some shielding. Yep, shouldn't have taken that out. Maybe that was a mistake on my part. I might have to, yeah, it's being tough. Alright. Alright. Alright, that's back in. I don't know if it's back in exactly where it's supposed to be. But it's back in, so I do not care. Good Lord. Okay. So, welcome to Cheap Town. No, this isn't a heat pipe on plastic. Alright, for science, we're going to take this out. Because you people want to understand what's going on here. Because that's what good little I fucking love science people do. So I'm going to take out this CPU and fan assembly. Here. For science, of course. Just so we can look at it and laugh. Get out of there, Wi-Fi antenna. Get out. No one likes you. Go back to Wi-Fi. Great, I popped the antennas off. That's going to take a year to put back. Whatever. So here is our... This is our delight of the evening. This is a CPU heatsink assembly that sinks to a big plate. And that's it. There's no fan. It's just a really big plate. Presumably, this plate provides enough dissipation back here with these little vent holes that it can just sort of cool with convection. And that's good enough. I'm going to guess that this is a really low power CPU. It's probably pretty slow. But you know what? If it's good enough to keep the design cool, then that's fine with me. I do not care. It's better to not have a fan if it's completely unnecessary and the temperatures stay well below thermal throttling levels. Because a fan sucks up dust and kills things. So there you go. Also, the bearings eventually wear out and you get a really nice convincing grindy noise. Alright, now I have to put Wi-Fi antennas back because I made the mistake of sciencing for you mother... Yeah. I'll never science again. I hate putting these antennas back, man. They're the worst thing ever. Whoever came up with these teeny tiny itty bitty Wi-Fi antenna connectors, go to heck. You go to the heck. Directly to the heck. Do not collect 200 rubles. Straight to heck. With ye. Alright. Though honestly, this is the easiest time I've ever had putting those tiny Wi-Fi connectors back. Did I put all these back? I don't remember. I really don't remember. It appears that I did. And now, I think this is where this goes, but if it isn't, well, no one really cares, do they? Jesus Christ. Okay. Now, the main event is this hinge over here is bad. This hinge over here, though, I want to check it first. Just make sure it's not crumbling, too. Pretty sure it is not. But, sometimes I've pried up these hinges that seemed like everything should be a-okay and found that everything was falling apart. But this one actually looks solid. We are okay on this side. And because we're okay on this side, I am putting these screws back before I get in trouble. I do not want to find out the hard way that I have made a mistake. And that I never should have taken those out. It also just occurred to me that something may be lying to me. Hold on. Where does that go? Yep, that's what I thought. That was the wrong place for that screw. Put it in the right place, dingus. Dingus Khan. Man, I can't believe that there's still people watching my live streams. That's amazing. That makes me happy. And if it makes me happy, it can't be that bad. So here's an interesting problem. Clearly something's broken, but alright, I'm going to have to show this to you close up. So clearly something is broken here, alright? But this screw goes through a piece of metal, and then the little brass insert that it screws into is broken loose. So I have to apply some pressure to separate them to get it to unscrew from the brass insert because this metal is holding it. Oh, there we go. I hate it when that happens. I do not know the story behind this. I don't know if it was dropped or what. But I do know that this hinge area is not doing so great. So we're going to pull this metal back right here. You know what? Let me get you closer to the action here. There we go. How's that? Let's get this focus fixed. There you go, buddy. Oh, God. That looks terrible. Yeah, it looks pretty bad. God, this plastic is ugly. This just, the color, like, I don't care. Like, the exterior, the color in the exterior is whatever. Fine. Don't care. But, this is just hideous looking. And it turns out all three are completely busted up. Great. Yep, that one came right out too. So, all three of these are smashed. Just totally destroyed. That's stellar. Absolutely stellar. Oh my God, what a piece of crap. I am not looking forward to doing this work. I was worried about it. The second it came in here, look at that. All the inserts just right out. Just right on out. And they're tiny, too. These itty-bitty little bastards. Look at all this plastic everywhere, too. This is what we in the industry call not a good day. God, what a mess. Okay, I have to go get some epoxy stuff. I'll be right back. Please hold. Got it. All right. Look at that. The premium repair tool. You can't get this on iFixit. Probably because it's way too unclassy for iFixit. Get your iFixit premium cotton swab. Everybody's favorite Loctite plastic bonding epoxy. Woohoo. Yay. Let's get some more light. I'm sorry, give me just a second. Sorry about that. And I'm getting a little crust on my epoxy now. Okay, let's fix these stupid things before I get tired of doing this. That's probably plenty. Okay. Let me give you some more focus depth. I feel like there's not enough. Yeah, that's probably better. It just occurred to me, too much of the image looked like it was out of focus. This lighting situation is not great. I definitely need to start placing at least some little fill light like over here. Okay. Not looking forward to this. Whatever. Not entirely sure how I'm going to get these things to stay put, but let's do the epoxy thing. Now, one of the things that I do, possibly a little differently than others, is when I have a situation like this where everything just ripped apart, I like to epoxy the entire friggin' hinge to the thing. Not just put the mounts back, but put the whole hinge, just glue that sucker. There's only one problem with that. This metal's kind of in the way, so how are we going to do it? You know? The simple answer is we'll have to glue the metal onto the hinge as well, which is stupid, but whatever. You know, do whatever I need to do to make this work. All right, damn it, be that way. Yeah, see, this is trashed. It is in very, very bad shape. I do not have any confidence that this will hold up over time on its own. And frankly, the chances of the customer ever needing to have the whole top half taken off, very slim. In the end, it's just not that likely. So I am totally okay with just gluing everything together in a big gluey sandwich. A sandwich of glue. Glue. A glue sandwich. I actually may not have put out enough epoxy to do that, though, so that's fun. Oh, and I dropped it in the wrong spot. That's also fun. Well, it's good to know that there is no redemption whatsoever. My redemption arc is non-existent. Wow, that's just a mess. Yeah, to hell with this. I hate doing this. I really hate doing this. I always feel kind of like some kind of weirdo doing this 2-bit repair crap. I can't even see what I'm doing because my big goofy hand is in the way. But yeah, there you go. Whatever. Close enough. Alright, let's put this back down, see if we can punch some screws through anything to get it all to go back together. Here, have a little friggin' epoxy, you dick. There you go. Yeah, you like that epoxy, don't you? You like that epoxy. Alright. Come on. This hinge is very tight. I wonder why it broke. So that's one of the problems with laptops nowadays, not having latches anymore. They just sort of disintegrate. Now, one of my problems here is going to be that, yeah, there's going to be a few problems with this whole idea, but, you know what? For the most part, this should actually end up okay. I hate this. I hate this so much. I don't use JB Weld. I don't know how this Loctite compares to JB Weld, because I've literally never used JB Weld. This Loctite plastic epoxy is designed specifically for plastics, and that's good enough for me, so whatever, you know. So my problem is that that one right there, that one, I don't think I'm going to be able to put a screw into it nicely. This is the only one that gives me trouble. Let's see, what should we do here? Well, first of all, okay, let's just leave everything alone inside here. Otherwise, I am just going to go ahead and put it back together, because that epoxy will need to cure anyway. I'm going to give it a couple minutes for that epoxy to maybe harden a bit. Just a bit. To the point where it's still malleable, but it's not so soft. So that maybe I can punch this screw in. We'll do that screw last, I guess. This needs to go. I have a bad habit of getting epoxy all over myself. It does not tend to serve me very well. So these clips are all good. Let's go ahead and put this back. Let's see. Isn't this fun? Don't we just love doing this? Look, I promise one day when I get it all set up, I'll do a stream with like some old video games. By the way, quick poll in the live chat here, because I'm not going to actually punch in a poll. I don't feel like dealing with that. What do you guys think, or girls, or whatever you are, what do you think about me putting together a really powerful Windows 7 desktop? Like, one of the most powerful desktops you can put together with Windows 7. Probably based around the AMD FX 9590 I've had sitting in a bin for 2 years after my Asus M5A99 FX motherboard. The voltage regulators literally boiled off and damaged a good chunk of that area of the board. Because all I need is a motherboard and a water cooler. Yeah, that chip actually requires water cooling. I had that 220 watt beast air cooled in the beginning. You know what? I did the thing I said I wasn't going to do, and I put the damn hinge screw in there. Okay. But anyway, I just need to get a water cooler and a motherboard, and I've already sourced a motherboard, you know, but put together a really, really powerful Windows 7 computer. Obviously, we're not talking like NVMe solid state drives or anything, because that's just not really an option, but something that still has USB 2 that doesn't run off of a USB 3 hub, basically. I mean, I know that sounds kind of kooky. Here, this is what I want. So one of my problems is this whole thing, this whole area of this computer is swollen up. Hello there, Duno CZ. This whole area is a bit swollen. So what I'm going to do... Yeah, I probably didn't need to do that. What I'm going to do is clamp it down. So I can't get any more twist on that? Okay, screw it, don't care. I'm going to gently clamp it down. If you clamp it too hard, it'll just crack the whole friggin' computer. That is clearly not the goal, but just want to put a little bit of pressure on this section. Oh, of course it's curved. Of course. Dickhead. It is not a very big clamp either. Yeah, the idea is that honestly, there are some things that Windows 10 and 11 are permanently screwed with. One of the big things, one of the big problems, and one of the things that I unfortunately am actually having to concede at this point because of Windows 10, or Windows 8 really. In Windows 8, whatever the big fundamental kernel improvements they did, they greatly increased something called DPC latency. And stuff that needs real time, or near real time rather, just generally needs more real-time kind of response, like audio. The latency issues on Windows 8 and above actually make it somewhat unsuitable for several pro audio applications. Windows 7 is faster than Windows 8 and up. It just is. I mean, Windows XP is faster than Windows 7 too, but for obvious reasons, Windows XP is a little too old for a lot of modern stuff. Like, you can't get hardware decoding drivers for stuff. I mean, it's just, there's all kinds of stuff that doesn't work on XP because it didn't exist back then. Whatever. All right, so this is the most ghetto-ass looking repair I've done in a while, but whatever. It will be fixed. It will not be pretty, but it will be fixed. So that's the end of that. Ugh, God. I feel dirty just touching it. Well, let's move it away. Well, what am I going to do now? I mean, this is too short. This stream has not been going on for very long. What does this say up here? I don't know. I can't read the time. There's like 30 time codes on this thing. But, yeah, half an hour, not even half an hour worth of work. So what should I do with all this extra time? I don't know. Does anybody want me to do anything else? Or can we just call it a day and I can find something for us to do tomorrow instead? I think I'm leaning towards just stopping this one and calling it a short stream and having a day. I have to work on a documentary anyway, so. What do you think? What do you think? Tell me in the chat. Here, look, I even got my phone right here. End stream or find an excuse to continue, ? Send. What do you think? La 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 la. Great. Find an excuse? You want me to find an excuse? Who else wants me to find an excuse? I can find an excuse. I also just shook everything. Alright, I'm gonna go grab an excuse. Please hold while we process your excuse. Oh hell, where did I leave my excuse? Where are you? I know you're in here. I know you're in here. Oh, by the way, I would love to have this hanging in the background for some of my videos, but everything will get age restricted. Not just demonetized, but age restricted. No joke. I've tested it. All right. I found an excuse. It is not what you think it is, but it is most definitely quite the excuse. I actually will probably need to lower the camera. Don't know why I raised it. That was not the greatest idea. This is my legendary Intel Atom netbook. And I made a mistake. I swapped out the SSD for a smaller one. But I did not... I took a snapshot of the contents and then I failed to restore them. I put a new drive in and walked away. And as you can imagine, that really did not help very much because now the thing doesn't get on Wi-Fi or anything. So, I actually need to put the original system image on it that it used to have. Don't know why that's still there, but okay. Now, where is that network cable that isn't a piece of trash? I actually don't remember where I put it. I know it's here somewhere, but where? Found it. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Look at Black Beauty over here. That's better. What do you think? Is this a good enough excuse to keep going? Yeah, I'm sure I had more people earlier today. I gotta be honest, I don't care how many people I have. What I care about is that there are people. So here, let's, actually, I should put you down a bit so you can see it. No, I missed it. Okay. Let's bring this camera back down. All right. Hey, it's that guy again. Owner is back. We've met him before. What's he doing here? Well, that's what I call the user on every computer that I fix. So whatever. Every fresh image, the default user is called owner. Whatever. All right. Let's restart. Yep. So I've got a 240 gig SSD in here. So that's pretty cool. Oh wait, what'd you do? Why did I do that? What the hell? Don't answer that question. I don't want to know. Yep. You know what? I don't care about the contents of the drive, so I'm not even going to bother with the whole shut down properly thing. Let's just turn it off. Get me back to that damn boot menu. I need to, you know, boot. By the way. Oh God, it's focusing on my face. You can turn off. I thought you turned off. It didn't turn off. It didn't turn off. I didn't hold it long enough. There we go. It's so funny. It's focusing on my face, so it's not focusing on the computer. That is a riot. Did I make it angry? Did the Acer gods decide that I don't deserve? Is it going to sleep? Oh, I bet that's exactly what it's doing. Just in case, let's do this. The most epic win lulz thing that we can do here. Anybody want a free Windows 7 license? There you go. I don't give a shit. Windows 7 starter. Windows 7 starter. Stupidest, dumbass thing Microsoft ever came up with. Starter edition. Starter edition where you can't change the damn wallpaper. Needless to say, I do not keep a snapshot of Windows 7 starter on hand. Okay, that's what I needed. Network boot. Was it really that hard? Did we really have to do all that to get here? Boop. Network boot. Okay, you mentioned in the chat that you had someone bring in one of these with Windows 10. I did a live stream years ago. It should still be on this channel. And that live stream was me with someone who had brought one of these in with 10 on it and was like, it's really slow. And so Yes, you can hurry up. Alright. Yep, don't care. 100 megabits, that's what I was afraid of. Hold on a second. That's way too slow for me. I don't have the patience for this crap. Find a damn Ethernet cable. Where are you? Not that one. Oh, hell no, not that one. Alright. This is my kind of gimpy USB 2 Ethernet thing. So, can you all see okay? Let me know if you can't see. And sometimes I have to run it twice. Nope, it ran all right. Okay. Now, if I do this, gigabit. It will not actually do gigabit. Oops. Okay. All right. Where's my Acer Aspire 1? There it is. 3. Drop it. Drop it like it's hot. This computer has one of the first Intel Atom chips that could handle 64-bit instructions. The problem is that because the caches are so small, it actually, everything runs slower in 64-bit because pointers are double wide, so they take up more memory space. So a lot of operations clear out cache lines faster, so it gets slower quicker. Slower quicker. You want me to zoom in on the screen? I think I'll zoom in on the screen for you, yeah? Yeah, you're right about that non-starter, by the way. Tee-hee, ha-ha-ha-ha-ha. You are the so funny. My friend, you are funny, friend. Alright, let's get this to where you can just see the screen here. Alright, is that good enough? I think that's good enough. Maybe we fix the focus a little bit. There you go. Alright, is anybody still awake out there? We have 7 minutes to wait because USB 2, even with gigabit connectivity, USB 2 is slow as shit. The only way, it might have been faster to disassemble it and hook the drive up straight to the damn server. Good God. Alright, we have 7 minutes. What are we going to do with our 7 minutes? You want me to play some shitty music? I can play you oodles and oodles of shitty music. Yeah, how about that? That is definitely the fate that you would have chosen had I not chosen it for you, right? No, let's not do that. It's too bad I don't have any cool videos I can pull up for you. But yeah, this is what I go through. I have to just sit here and wait. It's killing me. I am dead. It are kill. In the meantime, this is here. I'll just tell you what it is. There you go. Now, these are all tools I've written in-house. They're all bash scripts, really. In fact, maybe you'd be interested in seeing that. No, not source, sorry. God, I can't type. Reaching around a camera makes this very difficult. So this is the script we're currently running in the other terminal over here. The image drop script, which I really ought to update the version date on. I know it's been changed since then, just a little bit. But it does all kinds of stuff. If I had to step you through it, we would be here all night. But it's also designed to work with certain other scripts that I've written. But Yeah. I don't really know exactly what to tell you about it. It prompts you for a disk that you want to drop an image to. It checks things to see if it's mounted or whatever, so you don't override a disk that you've got mounted right now. It gathers up lists of partitions, and like right here you can see it says maximize last partition. That's a function that will make the last partition on the disk longer. One of the unfortunate problems with this whole setup is that the disk images that I make are just flat images, and there's an assumption that the very last partition is the one that is the sort of the main one that needs to be resized, which means when I install Windows 10, for example, and make a new image of it, I have to manually partition it and put a recovery partition before the main partition to conform to that structure. But yeah, see, it does all these sanity checks, does a bunch of math. This is the old school geometry calculations for legacy cylinder head sector stuff. And it'll even tell you, like right here, these, cylinder head sector counts. For any image that doesn't say UEFI in it, it assumes that it is a legacy image that uses the old style cylinder head sector MBR blah blah blah, and that those numbers have to be correct. This was a problem in the XP days when a lot of compacts, actually, a lot of compact computers would have 200, well, I'll just show you here. So this is expert mode and F-disk, and you can see here we got head, sector, cylinder, and you can see the largest head count is 254. So we go all the way up to 254 heads, logical heads. It's not physical heads. But the problem was that back in the day, some compact desktops would require that your cylinders be treated like it was 240 head 63 cylinder or sector instead of 255. So what this meant is, for the most common case where it went 255, 63, and then it had however many cylinders, everything would be fine. But like if I made an image on a compact, it would have 240 and it wouldn't work on a 255 system. Likewise, if the head count if it was the other way around, it wouldn't work on other systems. When I figured out that this is what is doing it, even though it's supposed to use LBA to boot, it still, for some reason, chokes if the cylinder head sector stuff isn't right. So I had to write all this stupid logic for XP for this head count to not be 255. And you can thank Compaq for that bullshit. Stupid assholes. Alright. Yeah. So, have I lost you all yet? Are y'all gone? Is it... Did I just hold about 1 billion keys on the keyboard? Did I just knock out my internet connection? Did I do something stupid? I wouldn't be surprised if I did. Because this is no longer updating. Did I hit scroll lock? Please tell me I didn't hit scroll lock. Yeah, I don't know why. It looks like that's not doing anything. It does look like that's just sort of frozen, doesn't it? And it is, in fact, frozen. So what did I do? What the hell happened? What the hell happened? Ah, yep, the network connection's messed up. Something went wrong. Okay, did I lose it? Did it fall out? Is it just being stupid? What's going on there? Why did we lose our network connection? Huh. Well, that's frozen. It never showed that the link went down in the first place, though. That's what's really getting me. Like, the link is clearly down. But why? Why did it go down? Who knows? You know what? This ought to just be called the Epic Fail Stream at this point. What a piece of crap. Yep, I don't know why that went down and it's not coming back. It's not coming back. There's no indication anywhere that the stupid thing ever lost its link. So, yeah, I don't know, but can't do much about it now. What did it do when I did that? Oh, it got angry, but see, the link is still down. So, yeah, it's just screwed. For now, I guess it's just screwed. For all I know, the wire's defective. It worked perfectly fine earlier today, but now it's just being a piece of junk. Alright, well, I guess we're not going to win this one, so I'm just going to call it quits. I'm a little disappointed. But hey, you know what? This is just sort of a throwaway little toy computer for me anyway, so I ain't too worried about it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to go be depressed somewhere else. And by that, I really just mean I have other work to do, so I'm going to do some work. Take it easy.